Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you are brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another apartment renovation. And today we're at the 2B Jasmine Suites apartment. I think that's it. And this has been an apartment that I have wanted to renovate for months now. Literal months. I have tried multiple times to do something in here, and I could come up with absolutely nothing. Until the other day when the Blooming Room kit came out. The Blooming Rooms kit, that's what it is. If you guys did not know, this is a kit that only has plants. Like, it's just tons of plant things. There are a few different objects. There are some shelves, hanging plants, wall plants, floor plants, tall plants, lamp plants, just tons of plants. And I was so inspired to make an apartment using a ton of these new objects because the second I saw them, I was thinking, okay, these are going to go great with eco lifestyle, dream home decorator. I think some stuff from like Snowy Escape. My mind just went crazy, and I have been having builder's block for the past, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks or so, something like that. And I was just ecstatic. I was so happy. You can see I'm using a ton of the new objects here, like that hanging plant, that lamp in the corner, which I did not like when I first pulled it out of the catalog, but loved it in this room. I think the 3 plants I have over in that corner are also from this kit. I am just so happy to have more plants to use as decorations. Now, here's my opinion though, okay? So I don't know if this is going to be a hot take or not, whatever. So I like a lot of natural green colors. So for example, the third plant in the back, like, do you see what I mean? In the corner over there, not the one with the oranges on it, not the little tiny one on the little stool or whatever. The one in the back, that's like a natural green color in my opinion. And so is the one from the hanging plant. But the green that's on that lamp is very, very bright. There's also a lot of succulents, by the way, so there's that too. Anyway, I don't like the really bright or even blue toned greens because they look very fake to me. They look like faux plants. And I also don't like them because they look a little bit plasticky, which I think ties in to that faux look. So I'm not a huge fan of some of the swatches. And I also just personally, I don't like succulents. So that's my own issue to deal with. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the succulents in game, and I think we got a fair share of those with this kit. So personally, there's some of the objects and swatches of some of the objects that I just don't really like, but overall, I just love the kit. I think it's a great kit. I think all of the objects do look nice, and I think there's a great variety as well, which was really important to me. I didn't just want plants that sat on the floor. I wanted things that would hang or drape, or I don't know, just table plants as well, because I use the same ones over and over again for very particular looks, and I was just overall thrilled. So if you guys did not know, the kits are $4.99. Those are US dollars, I believe, so like roughly $5. That was totally worth it to me. This kit is absolutely worth it. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm glad I got it, but I'm also a builder mainly. I do play in live mode quite a lot, but yeah, since I'm mainly a builder, I really liked this kit and it was totally worth it to me. I would be very curious to know if you guys ended up getting this kit as well and what your thoughts are on it. I know that some people have some feelings about kits in general, but just know that this is a place where all opinions are welcome as long as we do so respectfully. But anyway, you can see that we are working on the kitchen, and what I was trying to do is I was trying to use these canvases from the debug menu to block off these bottom countertops because they're all open, the ones from Snowy Escape, and the swatch of these countertops as well as the fridge just matched all of the wood tones that I had in the living room, so I really wanted to use them, but I was kind of hesitant only because they're all open, and that means that I would have to like clutter the heck out of them, otherwise they look oddly empty. But thankfully I was able to add some clutter to some of them and block off that one. There's like one blocked off countertop, which I was kind of sort of proud of, I guess. I don't know if proud is really the word. I was just glad I was able to do it. And I tried to make a separate room so I could continue placing it down with the canvases, but it didn't really work. And that was totally okay. And I also paired these countertops with the upper head cabinets from, I want to say it was the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack, which is great because I never use the swatch of them and I barely use them also because most of them are glass, but I kind of sacrificed that here because I think it looked really nice. I also used this bar height table from the Industrial Loft Kit. Thrilled. Absolutely thrilled by it. I think it worked even though there wasn't a lot of metal throughout this build. There weren't a lot of metal accents. I think the wood tone matched, and here's a little shelf with little plants. This is going to be a very scattered voiceover as it already is because there's just so many new items and I feel the need to point them out, but it's going to be nearly impossible to point them all out. But I also added a few hanging plants in the kitchen. Now it's a little bit odd from above because you can see the rope or the string that attaches to the ceiling. So it's a little bit odd because it goes through the cabinet, but I just ignored it because this is this a tall wall height apartment or a medium wall height? I think it's a tall wall height apartment, isn't it? And y'all know me, I don't like tall wall height apartments. I think that's why I struggle with this apartment so much. But anyway, I really liked the kitchen because it was very, very open. I loved making the living room a lofted space. Now, that was done with the platform tool, which means that I had to upload this apartment to the gallery in 2 parts. And what's going to be kind of a pain is that the platform height does not carry over to the gallery. So you're going to see Plant Mom. I think I'm calling this a Plant Mom apartment because I'll tell you about the family in a second. But anyway, on the gallery, I think it's Plant Mom apartment number 1 and number 2. So number 1 is basically the rest of the apartment and part 2 is just the living room. I did 2 up clicks for the arrows for the platform to be able to do that. So if you want to replicate this, carry it over to your game, even though it doesn't carry over successfully in the gallery, you can still do that. But the family that lives here, I was thinking actually a single mom and her 2 toddlers. So she is a plant mom and a human mom. And I think her dream, even though she has this beautiful apartment where she's able to have a lot of her plants, I think her dream is to get like a farmhouse or something and have tons of greenhouses, have her own kind of botanical shop or something like that where she just sells a bunch of plants. She has nurseries that people can go explore. I think that's her goal. But since she is a single mom, maybe she just fell on a semi-hard time. Maybe her and the children's other parent just split. Something like that happened. And she is trying for a new beginning, but she wanted this apartment that she ended up having to be in to still be very joyful and full of life and really show off what her interests are and what she cares about, which are plants. And I think she's trying to raise her little saplings. That's what I'm going to call them. Her little saplings, I think she's trying to raise them to also be plant lovers. And who knows if that is something that they are going to be interested in when they are older, but that's kind of the thought. Now, originally, I was also trying to make this a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. I was thinking maybe toddlers and a child or a teen or something. But I end up making what is now the smallest bedroom, I make it another bathroom because my thought was, Mom is going to be very lucky to have her own bathroom and then the toddlers have their own bathroom. And I think the toddler bathroom's a little bit bigger only because there's going to be 2 of them. And as they get older, they're going to need a little bit more space. So it allows Mom to not have to share the bathroom with her 2 young children, but it also gives the young children a place to call their own so they can go through their morning hygiene routine, whatever. But here is the very first bathroom. This is going to be Mom's, and it's very slender and very tall because the wall height's very tall. But she has a shower tub combo, and my thought here with that hanging plant in the shower was that it was maybe eucalyptus or something. I know a lot of people that have eucalyptus on their shower heads, especially if they're feeling ill to kind of clear their sinuses. It's lovely. If you have not done it before, I highly recommend. So that was kind of my thought there. And then I also used a few of the new plants here on the countertops. And it just makes it, I don't know, it just brings so much life into apartments. That's why I love houseplants so much. It's not always because I don't know what to put in a corner of a room. More often than not, it's really because in my apartment, there's basically no sunlight. The only sunlight that we get is in the living room, but it's for maybe an hour or 2 a day. Other than that, it's very like passive sunlight, if that makes any sense. So any plants that I would have in the house would just die. I mean, so that's sad. And I have a balcony. Well, I guess a patio, technically. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I have a balcony and we're not allowed to hang anything from it, so I can't have hanging plants. And the balcony is kind of shaded by trees, so there isn't a lot of sunlight out there either. So I can't have houseplants, and I really, really hope that whenever my husband and I can buy a house, that we can have houseplants that will actually have a spot in the house to get sunlight. I cannot wait because I really, really like plants. I love them, and I can't have them right now, and it drives me insane. But anyway, this is Mom's room. It is, of course, following the theme of being a plant mom, having a lot of greenery in here, especially that branch kind of like framed plant thing that we got with this kit blew my freaking mind. I love it so much. I had to use it somewhere, and I'm glad that I was able to. But Mom's room is very plainly decorated. Both sides of the bed are accessible, but if you do encounter any issues, definitely let me know. I think the culprits would likely be the wardrobe or the little stool on the other side. I just know that everyone's game can sometimes function a little bit differently, so if you encounter an issue, I do apologize. And here is the toddler room. I knew the second I started the theme of this apartment that I was going to use this swatch of the base game toddler bed because it's got the little like branches and leaves, and I used those details from, I believe, Parenthood on the walls, the birch trees with the few leaves. It is so plant themed, and I didn't know how possible it was to make a plant themed toddler room until I did this. I was thrilled. I was so happy, and I thought it came out really cute. Even though it's very plainly decorated, there is not a lot going on here. In fact, I only have one set of toddler blocks here and one toddler potty, so if you want to add more toddler activities or things they can do, of course, feel free to customize all you want if you download this apartment to play in. But I'm just adding a few details here to the brick accent wall, changing out a rug here, trying to add a few things on top of the dresser, and then I think the last thing that we end up decorating is actually the bathroom for the toddlers. I almost didn't record it just because it was another bathroom, but I wanted to show how I went from thinking that it was going to be a bedroom or even an office space and then turning it into a bigger bathroom just because I thought it was kind of important. But that is pretty much it for the build. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, not only on the build, but also on this new kit and if you are enjoying it. And I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Where is the line between dreaming and feeling blue? It's 4 o'clock in the evening. I haven't left my room, but the truth is, if I'm honest, I feel stuck here in